Good afternoon, everyone. Howdy, and welcome to Tilson Live. It is Tuesday. It is 2 o'clock. We are coming at you live on YouTube, live on Facebook, as we do each and every single week to talk about all things building a custom home on your land. Welcome to Tilson Tuesday. I'm Eric Aller, and I'm part of the fourth generation of the Tilson family, joined as I am each and every single week by Dawn Dantzler, our Vice President of Marketing and Customer Experience. Hello, Dawn.
Hey, Eric. How's it going?
It's going great, going awesome. And so we are super stoked that it is Tilson Tuesday. It is 2 o'clock. We're on YouTube. We're on Facebook. We're pretty sure. We want you to jump in and join us. And we want to talk about all things building a custom home on your land. We want you to drop into the chat where you are building, where you are watching from, what part of the process you are in. We want to hear from you any and all questions you may have about building a custom home on your land. So I'm Eric. She's Dawn. We're here every week. We're here to talk about all things building custom homes on your land. We're with Tilson Homes. We've been doing this for like 94? 94?
Yeah, 94. Yeah. This is 90. This is year 94.
Year 94. Ooh, feels like yesterday. We are, I feel like I've been doing it for 94 years. Sometimes. But yeah, folks, jump into the chat. Tell us where you're watching from, where you're building, what part of the process you are in. We want to hear from you. We want to hear any and all questions you might have about building a custom home on your land. How's it different than production subdivision? How's it different from resale? What all stuff am I going to need to know? Will you come look at the land? What's a soil test? Why do I need a culvert? What's a septic system? Where do I get water? I don't have power. These are all things that we will hold your hand and walk you through the entire process. That's what we're here for. While you jump into the chat, folks, telling us where you are watching from, where you're building, what part of the process you are in, Dawn is going to tell us what in the world we're talking about today, because it's not just going to be me smacking my lips together the entire time, but part of the time it is that. What are we doing, Dawn? What are we doing today?
So today we are looking at a gorgeous Barton Springs that we built in Williamson County. So nice. Super excited to show that off. And, you know, it's always my favorite thing to show the homes that our customers have built. But this one is even like a little bit more like extra special because it's got just some cute, whimsical touches that just really are great, really personalized to the family, that shows off how, you know, little things that you can do to customize your home to make it fit perfectly into what your family is looking for, and honestly create something magical for your children, which is what this family did. So very excited to show you guys everything that's happening with that home. And, you know, the Barton Springs is one of my favorite plans. So it's always exciting to see what people do with it.
I'm going to give you some gold internet stars for using the word whimsical. That is an underused word.
Well, you will understand when you see this home. Like, it is absolutely... It just has just chef's kiss elements to it, that this is very much this little girl is so lucky, and she is just living her best life. Like, it's amazing what they've created for her.
I'm excited about that. So yeah, the Barton Springs, folks, it is, of course, we'll talk about this, but model home there in Georgetown, Texas. It has had many names. We have called it all kinds of names. It has had many evolutions. It's a great design, and has its roots embedded in, what was it, the San Bernard for a little while?
Yeah, the San Bernard that we built in a neighborhood called the Falls.
Yep, down in New Ulm, Texas, outside of
way back in the day.
Yeah, way back machine. And then it was called something else between then and now.
It was the Driftwood.
It was the Driftwood. That's right.
It was the Driftwood. And at that time, it had a sister plan called the Cypress.
It did.
That Driftwood, you know, if you've seen that model in Georgetown, it's got the garage where it's fit. And we had a lot of people asking us, like, what if I don't want the garage with it? So we invented a whole separate plan that didn't have the garage. And then with everything that our drafting team is doing now, we brought both of the plans back together, and that's why it's now called
Here We Are.
Springs. So here we are. So tune in, 2 years from now, see what we call it then.
See what we call it then, yes. Like else greater hill country-esque. But yeah, so jump into the chat, folks, where you're watching from, where you're building, what part of the process you are in. I see we got some YouTube. It's like the forums just flip. Like, one day it's all Facebook, one day it's all YouTube.
Yeah, if somebody from Facebook could say hi real quick, just so that we know that we've got you and you're there.
You need a mic check on Facebook, please. Aisle 1.
We've got somebody coming in from YouTube saying hello. They're watching from Plano, Texas.
Oh, very cool.
Thanks for joining. And then we've got someone who's interested in the Palo Duro, still looking for land, watching from Waco, Texas. Awesome.
Oh, very cool.
Palo Duro is also a great plan. And then we've got somebody else saying hi from YouTube. Hello,
Oh, very cool.
joining us.
Welcome.
And thank you, Angela, for telling us hola. So Facebook is with us. So thank you for that.
Right.
And Sophia is building a Canyon seat in Bernie. They're in
nice.
the spray foam stage and loving the process. Oh,
Very
very
cool.
cool. Nice.
Very nice.
We got Courtney saying hi, Kaylee saying hi.
You asked for this.
I did. Rachel saying hi from Facebook. Carolyn saying hi from Facebook. Angela's Facebook checking for us. We got Ed saying howdy from Seattle. Courtney is in Rockdale, Texas.
Oh, very cool.
And we've got Amy checking in from McKinney, Texas.
Beautiful.
And Debbie is tuning in from Bastrop. Awesome. Thanks, guys. Thank you so much for joining.
Yeah. Thank you for doing the general mic check.
And Allie's watching from Temple. Awesome.
All right.
Hey, Allie.
Very nice. All right. So we are going to jump in here. Go. Obviously, keep dropping into the chat where you're watching from, where you're building a part of the process you're in, and especially any and all questions that you have about. It could be about this plan. It could be about any plan that you want. It could be any part of the process, financing, design, construction, energy efficiency, site preparation, anything you guys want to know. There are no dumb questions. The only dumb question is the one you don't ask because someone else is thinking it. Be courageous. Drop it in the chat. We'll answer it. And sometimes the community will answer it for you. The chat will answer the chat.
Yes.
That does happen. So, but without further ado, let's get into this beautiful Barton Springs home. Dawn, I am ready to roll, which means nothing.
All right.
Other than
all right.
Here we go.
So we're talking about the Barton Springs. It is available in 5 elevations. So we've got the elevation A on that, which is going to be a combination of brick and stone. Your elevation B is going to be your traditional craftsman style. So you've got a mix of some different sidings happening on that. It's got some shaker siding as well as some regular lap siding with a brick wainscot. Your elevation C is going to be more of the farmhouse. So you've got those dormers happening and some board and batten siding, your wood accents, all of that happening. Your elevation D is going to be honestly what we're looking at today and what our model is. So that's going to be a combination of stone and stucco. So a little bit different that. And elevation E is that kind of neo hill country style. If you're familiar with our Paula Duro model that somebody mentioned that they're super interested in, that is an elevation E, and it is available on all of our plans that are in this series. This landmark series that we offer. And this is the model in Georgetown. So you can see there, now that you can see it up close, you can see that combination of stone and stucco that we have happening on that, and that attached 2.5-car garage that you're going to see on the model. But yeah, absolutely gorgeous model that we have out there. And so the floor plan of the Barton Springs as it comes is going to be a 3-bedroom plus a study. And it's going to have 2.5 bathrooms, and it's a little bit under 2,400 square feet. So it's packing a lot of space into that square footage. And just like really good uses of space. It's a true split bedroom plan. So your secondary bedrooms are on the opposite side of the home from the master bedroom. So everybody has their privacy. You can see that the walk-in closets in that master suite are just absolutely huge. You've got 2, his and hers, and honestly, his is the size of most walk-in closets of this size. That usually that'd be the only one you get in the master, but you get a very generous walk-in closets, lots of storage. Our drafting team is really good at packing a lot of storage into our homes, and the Barton Springs is no exception to that. That study is going to be right off the foyer as you come in, so it's kind of tucked away off by itself. And then your family room, kitchen, dining area are all connected so that everybody's involved in the cooking and the socializing when you're entertaining. Nobody's off by themselves. It comes with a generous walk-in pantry. The 2 bedrooms on the other side are also very nicely sized in there. They've got really good closet space in there, and you've got a huge back covered porch that comes with this plan. Yeah, it's just a gorgeous, gorgeous space. So some of the changes that the customers made, the first is they really wanted a bay window in that dining area. So we were able to work with the plan and get that added in for them. So that's a nice little touch. I myself love a bay window. So I'm glad to see it. They also put on the extended rear covered porch with a cathedral ceiling that also creates that cathedral ceiling in the family room. So very popular option. We have it out there on the model. And I believe this is the first model that we ever showed that with, that you've got that big roughs on truss and all of that. So very popular. Everybody loves it. So great thing to add on there. They also added in the fireplace in the family room. So that brings in a little bit of the stone from the outside into the inside, and just gorgeous. They did something a little bit unique with that. So excited to show that. Over in their master suite, they decided they didn't want that closet entry to be into the bedroom. So what they did was swapped the water closet and the second master closet, so that they were able to put that doorway within the bathroom itself. So they don't have that second door on the wall in their master bedroom. So that's something I haven't seen anybody do before.
Yeah, that's a cool idea.
Very cool idea to do that. They also are fans of our Polidoro model. So if you've seen that bathroom where we've got the tub in the middle of the shower, it's all one big wet room. That is the master bath that they chose to do in this home. So you're going to see that. They did add on that similar the 2.5 car garage, but they actually made it 3 full bays. So it is a full 3 car garage that they've done up there. And then coming off of that garage, they took out the hallway closet and turned it into a drop zone for themselves. So they've got some place to drop all the bags and stuff. Didn't want the closet space, wanted the bench and just a place to drop it. So awesome touch there. They also added the bonus room. The Barton Springs plan is one of the few that we have where you can do the cathedral ceiling and still have the bonus room, because the bonus room situates itself over those secondary bedrooms instead of being over the family room. So you're able to, it's actually over the kitchen space, but it's not over the family room. So you're able to have the cathedral ceiling and have the bonus room. So this is a good plan. We have that question come up a lot. This is a good plan. For that. And as part of that, you have that staircase that has, what would have been maybe some dead space underneath there. And that's where they created something really special for their daughter. So very excited to show everybody what they did there. And then they also changed up their pantry and took away another closet that was back there to actually create a butler's pantry. So very excited to show off that space. So yeah, they incorporated that all into one, because they also added 3 feet to their daughter's room. So there's some more room in there. But yeah, very excited. All the changes they made at the end. They've got a 3-bedroom, 2 full bath plus 2 half baths, because there is a half bath in that bonus space, and they're a little over 3,000 square feet.
Yeah, so lots of flexibility with the plan, and they took advantage of a bunch of that, and then some. So.
And then some, yeah. So very excited to show it off. So let's take a look at the exterior of their home and their kitchen.
Let's check it out.
Hey guys, welcome to another Tilson Live video. I'm Sarah. Today we're here with Kevin and Denise in their beautiful Barton Springs D in Williamson County. I know you guys have a beautiful home here, and you guys went through a lot of different floor plans deciding what would work best for your family. Well, let's talk about the beautiful exterior of your home. I know you guys looked at a lot of different floor plans, and we settled on the Barton Springs D with the stone and the stucco. Why did you guys choose that?
We always like the stone from Texas, the limestone mix, and so that's just, when I built a house, that's what I wanted in that. And so that's where we chose the limestone, and then tied the stucco into.
Yeah, we picked the blue color on the stucco because there's some blue in the limestone. And so it all ties together with the blue on the outside, blue on the inside, blue everywhere.
I think it turned out gorgeous, and it's not like every other stone and stucco house you see on the streets. Yeah, beautiful.
And then we like the dark wood coloring, the contrast between like the light limestone and then the dark, like natural sawn woods. We like kind of more of a natural element to it.
Yeah, it looks beautiful. Let's talk about your beautiful kitchen, you guys. I know we went through several different floor plans trying to put elements together that you liked, and we ended up on the Barton Springs. So there's a lot of different changes, you guys, to make this your own. So let's start with the island. So the island, I know we did a special sink, and we did, the bookshelves were a must for you guys. Can you tell me about those?
Well, we love cooking, so we spend a lot of time in the kitchen, and we've lived all over the world, so we've collected many different cookbooks, and we did a custom shelf so that we could display those cookbooks onto the shelf.
Yeah, that's a beautiful way, I think, to showcase it for guests too. Yeah.
They're also easy to grab because we actually use them. So
they're not just for show.
Not just for show, yeah.
Well, some are decorative.
Some are decorative.
Okay, and then your island is also a different color than the rest of your cabinets. What made you choose a different color?
We really like the blue, and we wanted to tie it into the tile. We didn't want the tile to be like the only blue element in the kitchen. So we're like, let's throw a splash of color.
Yeah, I love how it really showcases behind your backsplash over here with the cooktop. And your cooktop here, we have a beautiful vent hood, and you guys have went with the pot filler as well, because I know you guys are big cooks and bakers. Do you use the pot filler a lot?
We do.
When we remember that.
When you're
I use it every time I fill in a pot because
Okay.
we're making pasta several times a week,
Oh,
and
yeah.
it fills faster because I felt ridiculous because it's like, oh, here's the sink, I just have to like, oh, I'm saving all this time of like turning around, but you know, the water comes out of it faster, so that's my excuse.
It also looks really great.
Yeah.
Fancy. So, and then tell me about the vent hood with the stacked cabinet.
The vent hood was a bit of a last-minute Hail Mary. If you remember, we started with a stainless steel stovepipe style vent hood.
Match the pot filler, yeah.
Yeah, and then it came time for them to install it, and we realized that one of the rafters in the ceiling went right through the middle of where the exhaust had to go. So they didn't want to have it like,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
And so it was, I mean, our builder messaged us and was like, hey, we need you to pick a new vent hood. And we're like, okay. So we spent a day just kind of going through, you know, Google Images. And then we found this style and we were like, oh, this is cool. It's got like a mantle and things like that.
And it
And
went
then-
through Kentmore?
It just
Yeah,
happened
it
to be the
happened
same
to be
company.
Kentmore.
Oh my God.
And
Yeah.
so like that was an easy fix because I was going to be like, oh, see if you can get them to make a cabinet like this. And I was like, oh,
They have it.
They
That
make
is
it.
awesome. Yeah.
and that was like the luckiest
Happy accident.
happy accident because it just looks so much better.
I love the little knickknacks on top of it too. It makes it really homey, yeah. And then your stacked cabinets all the way around look awesome. I know when you guys came in, we had to have our Starbucks mugs, and we really bonded over that because we both collect them. So I love how it turned out and how you guys are able to showcase all of your travels. And then also, I know you guys did some upgraded appliance packages. There were some special ones for that. So can you tell me a little bit about your appliance changes?
So the oven, we always kind of planned on doing a double oven. What we ended up going with is an oven and microwave combo because we spent a lot of time trying to figure out where we're going to put the microwave. Didn't want it over the stove. We didn't really like the in island kind of styles. We didn't want to give up drawer and cabinet space for it. And so we were that's fridge air. We were going through their stuff and we're like, oh, this works great. And so it's really cool. It does like steam baking and steam clean. So like you don't have to do the oven cycle. You can just like, steam it out.
Very futuristic. Yeah, that's very cool. Okay, and then the last part of the kitchen that I loved, I've never had anybody else do, is the bay window. I think the bay window was a great add-on for you guys over here. Do you guys think that it really adds to this room?
We are so happy that we did the bay window.
Yeah.
That was something that Kevin always wanted in life was, I want a breakfast nook.
Yeah.
So we went back and forth between like, are we gonna do a formal dining room so we can get the breakfast nook? Are we gonna just have a regular small kitchen because that's what it was in there? And then we asked you and you're like, oh, we could do this probably.
Yeah.
And I think it looks really nice.
Yeah, I think it really adds space too for walking around, and then your extra furniture over here looks great with it.
And I went back and forth. I was like, oh, maybe we should add a window there. Like after building started, we'd come walk through and I'd be like worried about it being dark, but it is absolutely not.
I think especially with the bay windows, it has lots of natural lighting. Yeah.
It really makes it look pretty outside.
It does. It does. Okay, and I know when we were doing the kitchen, we had to do a little bit of adjusting because we wanted a butler's pantry. So let's take a look at how it turned out. We ended up, compared to the Barton Springs, converting the closet so you guys had a bigger pantry so we could change it. So how did it turn out?
It turned out really good. We haven't finished setting it all up yet. But we installed the countertops. We have a water hookup underneath so that we'll be able to plumb in a coffee maker and an espresso machine. And then right now we're using the old style drip coffee maker, but I like having that stuff tucked away and not help.
Yeah, I think the countertop in there really changed everything. So you have the cabinet space too.
And it
Very
matches
cool.
the kitchen.
And it matches the kitchen perfectly, yes.
And we can do like the Instapot or the crock pot in there if we're doing like a slow cooked meal now that we're actually gonna have for winter.
Right, that's perfect. So if you're entertaining, you're not taking up countertop space and it's just tucked away but still ready to go. I love that. So, okay, well, let's check out your family room next.
All right. So here's their gorgeous exterior of their home. Like they were talking about, they did a mix. They did the Texas mix stone and line, picked out like a bluish gray color that picked up some of the coloration from the stone. So it's not, your average stone and stucco house. And, you can see that they did repeat a lot of that blue on the insides. There's a lot of calling back from the exterior of the home to the interior. So I love that continuity that they've got going on in there.
Yeah, it looks really great.
Yeah.
Really, really cool. And it actually picks up those, because like he was saying, they get some of those almost bluish tones in some of that Texas stone, and you do miss it unless you put the blue somewhere else. And you're like, oh, wow, yeah, you really do pick it up. In
You do.
Other individual stones. So super, super cool.
Yeah, super cool. They did do a few other things that changed the exterior of the home that we just wanted to point out. So they did do a stone wainscot all the way across the home. So some of the walls that would have been full stone, they made had more stucco on it, and did a stone wainscot on that. So we wanted to call those out. They took out the gable brackets that are usually included with the home. Just didn't want that extra wood accents happening up in those gables. And yeah, they removed typically that you would have stone bottoms on the post. They removed those and just went with a straight post. And then you can't see it from this view because it's a flat front view, but that added 3-car garage definitely changes the exterior of the home.
Trust us, it's here.
Trust us, it's there. But yeah, just wanted to talk through a little bit of those things that they did change that are a little bit different than what you would typically see on our D elevation. And then there's a close-up so you can see how their posts don't have the stone at the bottom. They're just the rough sawn. And see, I told you that garage was there.
Always telling the truth over there.
I try. And here's their beautiful kitchen. And this is one of the places that I just love all the little personal touches, from having those cookbook shelves that are actually on the other side of the island. I'm glad that Rachel picked my favorite picture of the kitchen. They've got bookcases on both ends, and you can tell that, their daughter is also in this kitchen because she's got her little play kitchen arranged on the bottom of one of the shelves in the island. So just very cute, nice way to show it. And I love the extra cabinetry that they did with their coffee mugs. I too collect the Starbucks coffee mug, so it's nice. It's the going places one. So yeah, I have Texas and Puerto Rico.
So do you have a rule of that you had to have been there to get it?
Somebody has to have been there. Yeah.
But if someone gifted you one, that would be okay.
That would be okay if I've been there. Yeah.
If you've been there.
Yeah.
Okay. I know there's people who have rules about these things. That's why I'm asking.
Although honestly, one of the reasons I like them is they actually stack very well. And it's a good cup, and they stack. Like
what we need is more tumblers in our house that can come out and attack you when you open the cabinet. Not enough of those.
Well, if you saw my daughter, she collects every other type of mug that ever existed. So that's kind of why I started leaning towards the Starbucks mugs, because that coffee cabinet will attack you.
Yeah, no, it's coming. Yeah, it's on the offense.
You sneak up on it, but
I also love, if I may point out, it has nothing to do with anything we had to do, but I do like the hood, and they're able to decorate above that.
Yeah.
Cool. Also love that they didn't take anything off the fridge for the video. Like that means the world.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
This is how they live in the house, and I love seeing that.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, that means the world to me that they're actually they've made the house a home. So yeah. Great touch. They've taken the cabinets all the way to the ceiling, so they have all that extra space. They're showing off their collections. It's just awesome, and I love that they've got we're repeating that blue in the island. That's also on the backsplash. I just think they did an amazing job with their home, and I think Amy. I'm going to jump ahead to Amy's second comment, because she very much, kind of is saying what I was thinking as they were talking about what happened with the vent hood, about loving how they talk about happy accidents during the build process. She said they had several things that ended up being some of the best things in the home and what people tend to notice first in our new house. All of that to say, if you're in the thick of the building process or just starting, some of those moments in the build really turn into some fantastic changes that make the house. So
I love that we're talking about that, because sometimes things don't go like exactly how you're planned, and it's, we're here to help you recover from it, and figure out what's going to be what we're going to do instead. And sometimes
that's the thing
it's
with
even better.
customization, right? You're going to run into
Mhm.
that, like when we start
Yeah.
making changes to the plans, and it's okay. Like there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
But
Because I'll be honest, I saw this vent hood and was like, oh, I got to go find that one. Like, this is adorable.
And they did the same thing, only they had a lot less time to go find it than you did.
Yeah. So yeah, just amazing. And then here's that dining area that they put that bay window into. So you've got a large dining space with plenty of light coming in, and then you've got that. I love that they painted it a different color to make it pop. So yeah, just a gorgeous space.
Yeah.
All right.
We got a couple questions and comments we can get to.
Yeah. So we have Jennifer who's joining us. They are building a Palo Duro E in Atascosa.
Very nice.
Amy Garza is asking, can you build on land after demolishing the old structure?
You bet. Yeah. So a lot of the stuff we do in towns, we use Houston, San Antonio, and other places as well. But yeah, where they demoed or demolished the existing structure, there's some processes to that, especially if you're inside of a city, Amy. You want to be there. Of course, they're going to get their pound of flesh. Permit. Yes, they get you coming and going. They want a permit to build. They want a permit.
They want you to pay to tear it down. They want you to pay to build it back up.
But more importantly than that will be, I'm sure that there's a process for disconnects as well.
Mm-hmm.
If it's already not, if it's been sitting there for 12 years uninhabited, that might be a different story. But you do want to go through the process of safely getting all the utilities disconnected. If it has water, power, gas, sewer, you want to go through the proper process to get those disconnected through the various entities. So maybe ask a question or two about that. But yeah, outside of that, we do that not infrequently, where they demo, it's a smaller lot. There's nowhere else to put the house. Demo the existing structure right there. I believe everybody should have a new house. Don't go get an old nasty home that someone else's toenail clippings are in. You don't want that. That's gross. Tear the house down, build a new one. Shout out Kevin Oakley. That's his quote. I stole it.
That's awesome.
But yeah.
One thing I do want to clarify, because we do get asked a lot, is that when they do demolish the old structure, we're going to want that foundation gone as well. Because we do get asked a lot if we'll build on a pre-existing foundation, and no, that's just not good business.
Last comment on this, and then the horse will be officially dead.
Okay.
And that is, I'm very cautious about demolishing the existing structure until you have a permit for the new one.
Oh yes, yeah.
So sometimes the city can get you in a hostage situation.
Learn from Tilson. It happened to our own model homes, guys. We're talking from literally our own experience.
Yep. We've done that. So don't do that. At least get a concept or some kind of agreement in principle of what you're going to end up building before you demolish the existing structure. So anyway, hopefully that helps. If not, ask more questions.
Yeah, absolutely. And then Amy Silva, who was talking earlier, said, hi there, they're in Bernie. Have officially closed on our custom Arlington C. Still feels kind of like a dream being in here. Oh, congratulations.
That's so cool.
Would love to see pictures. Send us pictures.
And now we're in your home. This means the world to us.
Yeah, this is awesome.
Not like a weird way, but like electronically.
All right. We've got Ed saying, we expect to sign with Tilson this summer. Realistically, when should we register with the county to have our 911 number assigned and entered into the system? Additionally, when should we notify Medina County that we will need power from the street for Tilson to begin their work? Since we are out of state, we're making an effort to plan the sequence of tasks leading up to the signing. We still have time before the signing, so we want to make sure best use of it to ensure a smooth process. However, we understand that no plan survives first contact.
Man, this man has done contingencies. That is exactly right. No plan. Yeah. The whole point of plan A is so you can go ahead and get to plan B.
Yeah.
Start doing our contingency. All right. So first question, when should we register with the county? You can actually do that now. Typically, if you know what direction the house is going to be facing, that's really all most counties want to know. What direction will your front door, if you're on two different roads, if you're only on one road, it's pretty easy. If you happen to be on a corner, they're just going to want to know which road it's facing, and then they can issue you that 911 address, that physical address. And then because it's already assigned, they just have to reveal it to you. That's what they're there for. So they've literally already gone through over so many feet, so many yards. They assign what the next address number is going to be on one side, even on the other. It's pretty simple. And then Medina County. So I'm trying to remember I can't remember off the top of my head who the actual power company is, which co-op it is, but go ahead and call them and find out what the process is. We don't need to start working on actual physical work yet, unless you intend to have some kind of a metal building or something out there ahead of time. But just find out what their process is and what their timelines are. Say, hey, we're just trying to be proactive. Same thing. We're out of state. Can't wait to move there and be your neighbor and pay you in perpetuity for your power. Looking forward to that. And what is the process that we go through? What's the time frames that y'all are going to need? We're building a regular, tell them what size house you're building. You're going to need a 200 amp service, maybe a 320 amp service. That's probably something they're going to ask you. Very few of our homes, although some do need a 320 amp service. Some of the bigger houses that are all electric and have multiple HVAC units, multiple water heaters, sometimes have to bump up to a 320 amp service, but you would not need anything more than 320 amp service if they ask that, Ed. And so, yeah, that'd be the two best things to go with. Again, the 911 address probably already there. You just got to call them and tell them where it's going to be. Sometimes you can share with them on Google Earth or something like that. I don't think they require a meeting. They shouldn't. You can get everything you need on Google, but yeah, great questions.
All right. Awesome. We got a friend from YouTube saying that they love the kitchen. Yeah, it's absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, super cool.
We got Abraham asking, is there any way to get an estimate of site preparation without having to go under contract?
Estimate, yes. What you won't be able to get is what the foundation engineering is going to need to be done. So we need to do a geotechnical investigation and an engineer foundation design before you can find out exactly what the engineer's going to require. Can't get a foundation design without a set of plans. Can't get a set of plans without a contract. So we can always get bids, Mr. Ramirez, on like clearing and culverts and construction drives and even utilities. Like we can give you the pricing for the water line, all that kind of stuff. But the actual pricing for if there's anything as far as like grade shots, out of level, things like that, especially if the lot's not cleared, there's not a whole lot we can do. If the lot is cleared, we can at least come out there and probably shoot grades and give you an idea of what you're going to be dealing with from an out of level standpoint. But at the end of the day, without an engineer foundation design that actually calls out, hey, we want, X, 10-inch wide beams that are 36 inches tall, interior and exterior. We want the cable spacing, 3 foot 2 inches apart, both directions. Until we have that information from the engineer, that's any builder, by the way. Anybody who tells you they can give you that information is not doing a site-specific geotechnical investigation. They're not doing a site-specific foundation design, and those are scary. You need to do both those things site-specific.
All right,
great question.
Awesome. Then we have Kim saying hello from McKinney. Thank you for these videos. They're really informative. I have a question about counters. Can they be upgraded to quartzite or marble?
All right. So quartzite I have seen. Marble, look, can it be done? Yes. Marble's a very soft material. So it's not a very resilient. It stains very easily. It chips very easily. I like quartz and I like granite. Granite is the fourth hardest material known to man. One of the harder ones is diamond. That occurs in nature. I mean, steel is harder, but that occurs in nature. I need to qualify. Someone's going to say, steel is harder than that. Yeah, it is. Anyway, so I like that because they're very resilient. They're tough.
Yeah.
And marble is beautiful. It is not tough. It's
really pretty.
It's beautiful.
So if you're not going to use your kitchen, it's really pretty.
Yeah, I've seen it more like in a bathroom, perhaps, or even the old cultured marble. We used to see that in bathrooms a lot. I'd be super hesitant about putting it in the kitchen, personally. Not to say that we would not do that, but I'd want to get some guidance from our countertop contractor on maybe what are best practices. Can you seal it? I don't think you can. I don't believe you can, personally. But I haven't.
Or if you could, it's probably going to really mess up your color.
Yeah. So I'd just be. There's probably some products out there we can get you happy with. I bet you.
Okay, awesome. Amy is reacting to your toenail clipping and says, "Yeah, put your own. Get a new house. Put your own toenail clippings in."
Right.
Amy's saying, good to know. I work with the city, so she's going to ask.
Yeah, perfect.
All right. And Amy, answering your comment about that we were in her house, says, yeah, weird way and friend's way, virtually. So however it works, come on over and make yourself at home. And then she wants to know where to send pictures. So you're on Facebook. You can send them to us through private message, or you can always email them to us at tilsonnews@tilsonhome.com. Would be a good way to send us pictures. Thank you. We've got Angela saying build in a Bear B in Blanco County. If our land is now 100% paid off, why is it still being configured into our loan amount? Why is the loan amount not just the cost of construction?
Okay, that's a great question, Angela. If your land is paid off, it's not going to be included in your loan. No balance whatsoever. The good news is when you get to closing, they would reach out to if there was a lien holder, they'd reach out to them. They would verify there's a zero balance, and if that was added to your loan amount, it would just be the title company is not going to cut a check to somebody that doesn't have a lien on your property. That's what title companies are for. So when you go to closing, it'll be at a title company, a title insurance company, a surety company, a guarantee company. They all go by those names. And what they're doing is they're the holder of the money. They are the distributor of the money. They make sure that everybody gets paid the right amounts and no one gets paid too much and no one gets paid too little. That's what they're there for. That's exactly what they do. So that no one's going to get any extra money. One thing I do wonder is if maybe we didn't do as good a job as we should have, and we were maybe calculating equity and maybe trying to show you, hey, here's the contract price of the house with the cost of construction, what you're talking about. Let's say that's $500,000. Let's say your land's worth $75,000. Excuse me. And that'd be a total value of $575,000, of which you already have $75,000 of equity. All we would require would be 10%, which would be $57,000. So you have 75. So we're maybe just trying to show you through that exercise that, like, hey, total appraised value, maybe it's 575 or 600. Good news, you only owe 500. So at the end of the day, one of the beauties of going with Tilson and the Easy Buy program, there's no payments during construction. There's no interest accruing on the money that's owed. So there's nothing happening with that right now. And so I hope that clears up any confusion. If not, be more specific and we'll get it figured out, Angela.
Yeah, let us know. I think probably why you're seeing it is kind of what Eric was alluding to. I think you're seeing the value of the land because that's part of your house now, basically. So I think they're showing it to you as like that is part of the value that you have. Yeah. So Angela's saying our worksheet for Wagon Hill says that it's being configured from the appraisal amount.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're going to include how much that land is worth because the house is permanently attached to the land. So they're not asking you to pay for that land again. They're just showing that land is part of the value of the home. So it's representing the equity that you already have is why it's in there.
And actually, one last caveat, go back to Amy Garza's, can you build on land demolishing the structure? I know, so we beat that horse to death. It is. I just resurrected it for a moment. Be sure there's no loan on that before you demolish.
Oh, yes. Don't tear anything down if somebody owes money on it.
Since we just told Angela that it's permanently attached, it is till it isn't. And so, there's probably not, Amy, but just be sure that there's not.
Yeah.
If there's money, if there's a lien, a mortgage still on that, do not tear that house down.
Yeah. So if you bought a property, if you're buying a house planning to tear it down, you need to make sure that the bank knows that is your intentions. And you need their permission before you tear anything down. Absolutely.
There's a reason there's usually what's called an acceleration clause in mortgages, wherein if you alter something like that, the entire amount is due.
Yeah, they can say, "Give me my money right now."
All of it, yeah. Because you just changed the terms. So anyway,
it's no longer what I loaned you money for. You messed up my collateral.
Okay, sorry about all that.
Okay, so Angela, hopefully that cleared everything up. If not, reach out to your person at Wagon Hill, and they'll be happy to explain it, or anybody from our closing department.
Matt or Jason or Blair, somebody can walk you through that.
And they can walk you through why it's on there. And then we've got Mike over on YouTube asking, does my property need to be insured before y'all start building?
That is a wonderful question, Mike. My default answer is always going to be yes. I want insurance. Now, the good news is with Tilson, we carry our own general liability insurance, our own workman's comp insurance for our employees. It's like Dawn and me, your building superintendent, your sales consultant, stakeout person. And then we also carry GL, workers' comp for our employees. Oh, so the GLs, and we carry builder's risk insurance. You don't have to go. A lot of builders make you go get your own builder's risk insurance. So that's like if the structure burned down halfway through construction, if stuff got stolen, if a storm came through and blew the frame over halfway through the framing state, like all that's covered under builder's risk. Theft, if stuff gets stolen from job site, that's on us. So we will carry all of that insurance. Me personally, I would want that piece of property, even though it's not my primary residence yet, I'd want that at least covered in some way under an umbrella policy for liability. So like our contractors are already covered and our employees are going to worry about if they get hurt on there, like they're covered under us, but neighbors are nosy. Okay.
Neighbors are nosy, teenagers are nosy.
So if they wander onto the property and they get hurt, you could potentially be liable. I am not a financial advisor, a lawyer, or currently even a realtor.
But we do live in a country where someone can sue you for getting hurt on your own property, even when they're
looking at you cross-eyed. I mean, they sue you for anything. So yeah, it's super inexpensive. When I added it to mine, Mike, when my house was under construction, it was super, super cheap to just add hey, I want liability coverage on this other piece of property while it's under construction in the event that somebody wanders on there and does something stupid.
Yep, absolutely. Better safe than sorry. All right, we got Misty saying hello from Hood County. Hey, Misty, good to see you again.
Sandjack XL.
And we got Erica wants George to pay attention. So come on, George, pay attention. And then we've got a question from YouTube saying, so the land and home is appraised, but you only pay on the construction, correct?
That is correct.
Yes,
you would just
as
pay
long as you own the land 100% out, all you're paying is the construction costs. If you still owed money on the land, that amount is going to be rolled in to your final mortgage. And you also, if before the home is finished, you would continue to pay on that while the home while the home is under construction.
So it'd be based on what your balance is once the house is done.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, you're only paying Tilson for construction. Great question.
I mean, we also take gifts. I mean,
we do. We
accept
gifts. We'll take extra, but we're only going to make you pay for the construction.
All right. Great questions, guys. Keep dropping them into the chat. We will answer every one of them. Let's go check out the family room and the rest of this house.
Absolutely.
So the first thing I noticed with the Barton Springs model, and you guys did this in yours, is the beautiful view right when you walk into the home. And you see that cathedral ceiling, and it takes your view straight to your backyard. And you guys have an awesome backyard with tons of nature. So I love that you guys did that in your home with the beam that carries that. And you guys also did the two-step or the rough sawn crown molding. And then over here, I see you guys did your fireplace. And we did a little bit of different fireplace on the Barton Springs model. Can you tell me about the hearth?
Do you want to? Or?
Oh, we love the fireplace. So we got the limestone. It's the same as the outside. And we wanted to be able to sit next to the fire. So we asked. And did it.
Yeah. So, and what I envisioned was just having the masons like grind the limestone smooth, you know, and so the pattern would be there, and it would just be flat. Our goal was to be able to set a cup of coffee or hot chocolate down.
And beautiful, yeah.
This showed up, and we were a little anxious, but it's like
so
it's amazing.
What we ever thought
It's trust the process because there are people out there that know more than you.
Yeah.
And they did an amazing job with that.
Yeah, I think the smooth stone turned out perfectly, and I haven't seen anybody do that. So that's really custom, yeah. And then you guys did the gas fireplace with the mantle as well, which is beautiful, and the stain to match everything else. I think that's beautiful with the stone to the ceiling. And then the flooring that you guys did, just like the model, kind of how it carried the vinyl planks through the home for the whole living communal space. I think that was a beautiful touch too. Did you guys choose the color to match cabinets, or what was your thought process?
This one was one of those, we were sitting down with the designer and she asked us what we want, and we ran next door and we were like, I like how it is there. Let's go with that.
But they didn't actually have that color anymore.
Yeah,
we had to go with something else. Yeah. So I think that was our starting point.
And so we came up with this, and it's really nice, and it's easy to clean.
Easy to clean. You gotta love the vinyl plank for that.
And it goes with the limestone.
Yes. Yeah, I think all of your colors tied in together very well.
The designer.
Well, this is a beautiful living space. Next, let's go check out your master. And I love what you guys did with the master bedroom here. We have the beautiful standard 3x7 windows here. So tons of natural lighting again, facing the nature in the back of your house. But you also added the extra transom window for more added natural lighting. The standard ceilings in here are the 10 foot already, and it feels so spacious in here. Have you guys been loving this space?
We love the high ceilings. So, and then with the regular standard doors, it just makes it look even taller.
Yes, yeah. And I know this space here, we changed the closet a little bit so the doors weren't in the master on this side. But what I really want to check out is your master bathroom. Let's go check it out. Oh gosh, this turned out gorgeous. So I know when we were looking at the bathroom, you had a big want in this one. So we did the alternate 2 bathroom, similar to the Paladuro, because the model doesn't have this, but this gives us the beautiful tub inside of the walk-in shower. And you guys added the tile, the floor to the ceiling. So tell me about what was your thought behind wanting this?
I'm a giant, so having a tub that I fit in is a plus. We like the double shower heads. It kind of gives us our own space. Originally, the tile didn't go all the way to the ceiling, but that was another in the moment change. Our builder called and was like, hey, do you want the tile to go all the way up? He talked about like the glass, kind of needing to connect to the wall at the top. And so we were like, oh yeah, that makes a great idea. And then we did take the glass as far up as y'all would let us, so that we could get when it's cold, get it kind of a little bit steamy in there, nice and warm.
Yeah, I do love the double niches too. So you guys both have your shampoo spots too. That's a must.
Yeah.
And then I love the glass to the ceiling. Have you noticed a big difference with does it keep the steam in very well?
It does. It
Yeah.
it works a lot better than I thought.
Yeah, and you saved from the steam.
Yeah,
too.
I mean, we still might, maybe down the road we'll stick the steam generator in there, but that was crazy.
Awesome. Well, and then see here, you guys did the same vinyl plank through here as you did in the family room and kitchen to pull that through. That's beautiful. You have the tall cabinets and the double vanity sinks here with the quartz countertop. It turned out gorgeous. Okay, next, I'd love to check out their bedrooms on the other side of the house.
All right. So there's that family room. So you can see they did add in that fireplace, bringing in the stone from outside, and they did the smooth hearth, so they can sit there and relax. So this is this is the only second home I've seen that we've done that on, and it's just absolutely beautiful touch. Love that, and they did add the rough sawn crown molding into the home. Yeah, just absolutely beautiful. You've got all that natural light coming in, huge space for entertaining, just gorgeous.
Turned out really cool.
Yeah. And then this is the master bedroom. So again, you've got lots of natural light coming in from that backyard, those big 3 windows. And I agree that, adding that transom window over the bed just to bring in some more light was a wonderful touch. They say, I think it's later in the video, but they said their goal was to never have to turn their lights on inside during the day. So that's what they were going for, and they've definitely achieved it in the home. So yeah, nice, large bedroom, lots of space, lots of light.
Very cool.
And then there's that bathroom that is just absolutely gorgeous. So they've got the dual vanities. They each have their own separate, lots of storage space. And then that even extends into the shower. They each have their own shower head, their own, little niche for everything, and that gorgeous tub that they've got in there that's freestanding.
Yeah, I've never seen the glass taken up that high, and that is a great idea.
Yeah.
That was one of the part of the feedback we got on one of our older model homes. We don't have anymore, but it was that the shower, it was massive and awesome and gorgeous, but they froze to death in it because all the heat escaped. So
yeah,
love that
and we've got to leave some kind of opening, because that's the thing about when you've got steam and moisture, it's got to be able to get out.
Yeah, it's got to be able to escape, especially as times we build the houses these days. It's kind of if you have an exhaust fan in your bathroom, you need to be running it.
Yep.
No question about that. So, but yeah, great idea, and love the way that turned out. So
yeah, absolutely gorgeous. All right, so I think we had a couple more comments come through. So our YouTube friend likes that they only have to pay for construction, so very good. And then Amy is saying, oh, I love that. It's also my goal to never have to turn a light on during daylight hours, and we've achieved that. Oh, that's awesome.
You're awesome. Really, really cool.
Good to hear. That's really cool. All right, well, now we get to show you guys my favorite part.
Don's been waiting this whole time.
I've been waiting this whole time.
I'll make you stop asking questions so we can get to it, but don't do that.
Yeah, you guys keep asking questions, but wait till you see this. You'll have a lot to say when you see it. All right, here we go.
Let's go.
And let's check out this office. I love that you guys added the study doors here because often people don't add doors to this, but this gives you some privacy, right? Because you do work from home.
Yes, yeah, so this is my home office. I'm here all the time. And so when, Alyssa's home, it gives a great visual indicator. I'm on a call. Leave me alone. No. I will come, if there's not blood, and then I'll come see you. But yeah, so being able to do that, we put the floor plug in because I wanted to be able to put my desk in the middle of the room so that I'm not feeling like I'm staring at a wall all day.
Yeah, I love that it keeps the cords clean too of the room. And then also you guys did the vinyl plank continuously through. I love that because I hate those transition pieces. It looks so nice. It's just a clean finish. And this room is just huge for your space.
Yeah, it turned out nice. So it's been great working here over the past few months.
Awesome. Well, I know I would really love to see Alyssa's room because I know there's something super special that we did in there and I haven't really got to see it yet. This one we chose for Alyssa's room. I know it's pretty standard bedroom. You guys added some space, added 3 feet to it to make it wider. There's another bedroom over there and then the bathroom over here that connects both of them. But tell me what you guys did in this room specifically.
So we made the room a little bit bigger. She's 7, so she's still growing, and she picked all the colors herself and the carpets. And we built this custom bookshelf.
I have all my squishmallows, I have a window, I have a light, and I have a couch and a window and an AC vent. Thanks for coming.
That is some bookshelf that you guys built. Yeah. So that's probably the best part of the whole house. Let's go check out the upstairs though. Let's check out your awesome bonus room. I know it's a great hangout space and this is what you guys were looking for in the plans. You wanted a cathedral room with a bonus room and the Barton Springs gave you guys that, which not a lot of the plans you can do them both together. So did this really seal the deal for you guys with the Barton Springs?
Yeah, this is definitely why we got the Barton Springs plan, was because we wanted that giant living room and then a place that the child can go and hang out.
We also wanted attic access through a door so that we can put Christmas storage up there and I don't have to climb up one of those ladders and, try getting down the Christmas tree easier.
Yep. Is there anything you want to show us, Alyssa?
I do have this Paw Patrol couch, which my kitties actually steal from me, so I can't really sit on it sometimes.
Awesome. Well, you guys ready to go check out the outside?
Let's do it.
Okay. So it's a little bit rainy today, so we're not going to head outside, but I'd love to talk about the exterior of your home. So the rear patio that you guys did with that rear covered porch cathedral option carries that beautiful cathedral all the way through your back porch. And then you guys have an amazing view in the back. Have you been enjoying that?
Yeah, so it's been great. The cathedral ceiling on the back, it lets us have just more of that light. Our goal was to be able to not have to turn the lights on inside, and we definitely met that goal. And it also provides plenty of shade because we're facing south, so we can sit on the back porch. I can work back there, and I can just watch the wildlife come in and out. And it's been a great place for Alyssa to be able to play. I can sit up there, work while she runs around in the backyard.
That's awesome. Yeah, and I love how you guys chose the real soffit to carry that wood color with the stain on that truss to carry that through the house. So you guys did an awesome job picking the colors. And then there's a couple more places that we wanted to talk about in the house. We had the utility room. Any customizations in there that you guys did?
We did the pocket door.
We raised up the cabinet.
Raised the cabinets to the ceiling, and then we also took out the closet right there at the entryway with the plan of doing a built-in dump room bookshelf thing.
Awesome. Yeah. And then in the garage also we did a little bit more customization because you guys have some cool cars. So
yeah, so we raised the ceiling height, I think a foot, and then we did the side mount garage door openers. And the goal there was I have a Wrangler, and so I wanted to be able to, I forget to put the top back up before checking weather, so I needed to be able to open and close the top without having to go outside. And so having the side mount garage door works, and then it's also the hybrid, so I wanted to be able to plug it in but not have the cord run across the floor. So we put the electrical plugs for the chargers up in the ceiling.
So does it just stay plugged in at all times from the
Yeah.
ceiling part? Yeah.
Yeah. So I can, just unplug it. The cord just kind of hangs next to where I park, and it worked out great. Yeah.
That's really convenient, actually. Yeah.
And we did the 3 garage doors so that I also have a place to park.
Okay, yeah. So the normal one has the 2.5, and we made it a little bit bigger. And then you guys pull in from the side of the garage too. Yeah. Yeah. That's awesome.
And we added a water faucet so we could put a sink in there for projects.
In the future. Yeah. Thanks you guys for welcoming us to your beautiful home. I can't wait to see what it looks like when you get all your projects done. And thank you all from home for tuning in, and we hope to make you part of the Tilson family.
So yeah, how cool was that?
Dude, when she opened the door herself, Alyssa, I'm like, oh,
Yeah, they did that during the video. She's the only one that would fit in there with the cameraman.
makes sense, yeah.
Yeah.
I did text David. I'm like, I got to hear more about how that went.
Yeah. But yeah, so
Funny.
sweet, so cute.
Oh yeah, they have a study too.
Yeah, they have Dad has an office. Yeah.
Yeah, he has to work. Shocker,
He has to work. It looks like Alyssa may have, based on the height, I'm thinking Alyssa has a desk in there too to do some craft projects. But yeah,
something's going on in there. Yeah, something's
Huge space. I think doing the floor plug was very smart. If you want to put
clean.
very
clean.
nice and clean, keeps you from having cords strung all over the place. If you want, in an office this size, there's no sense in putting yourself on a wall and staring at the wall all day, like you said.
And I agree with the doors too. I mean, on the model,
Mhm.
obviously we have it open. It works great for a model home because nobody's in there. But yeah, I can see the need to close the door.
Yeah. With everybody running around. And here is Alyssa's room. It is just a pink fantasy. I just love it. Pink's my favorite color too. So this room just speaks to me. But yeah, she's definitely put her own touch on it. And I think it's so nice that Mom and Dad let her pick her own colors, and she went wild. But yeah, just absolutely gorgeous. She's got lots of space. Dream child's room.
Right.
Just wonderful. Yeah.
Who wouldn't want to jump out of their bed when we get to slide down to the bottom of it? Like that's
I know, right?
no problem.
So cool. Very cool.
A little guitar there.
Get jellyfish hanging
Alyssa
from the
got a little
ceiling.
jam session.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
I'll
Just
bust
so
out my,
cool.
my little mermaid. We can get a little mermaid action. Yeah, we can make this work. Make this work. I have a little girl too. Well, she's not little
Yeah.
anymore.
I also like that they put a crash pad at the end of the slide. 'Cause
Well,
you
yeah. I mean,
you know what's up. Yeah.
Yep.
And there's that playroom under the stairs, which I know our drafting team, if they heard me, is probably cringing when I said something about wasted space, because they don't ever do wasted space. We always do some type of storage space under our staircases. But this is by far the coolest thing I've ever seen us do with under the stairway. So the work that we did was we did the casing out. Obviously, we did all the trim and put in the AC and the light and all that. Dad installed the bookcase. So they did that on their own, but it's just such a cool space and what a way to personalize it. And she's just got her own little dream nook to just hang out. And I love that there's even a window in there so she can see out. Just absolutely gorgeous and so much fun.
Yeah, I'm a fan.
Yeah. And then there's her bonus room space, which, we were definitely seeing hints of the cats throughout the tour. So didn't surprise me that they're stealing her Paw Patrol couch. Those cats are definitely at home. But yeah, this is just a great place. It's right off of Alyssa's bedroom, the way the staircases line up. So it's off of the kids' hallway. And they can just, she can go do all of her kids' thing while Dad's doing boring work downstairs and all the time. So
Yeah, well, pays the bills. What do we do?
I know you got to do the adult boring stuff, but
Womp womp. But yeah, very
Womp
cool
womp.
bonus space. We do the bonus space. Of course, you do have attic access, full
Mhm.
size, so it's just nice and
Yep.
handy.
and there's another powder room up here, so great space. Then there's their utility room. So yeah, lots of space in there to fold stuff, lots of storage.
Yep.
Good little zone. And then we mentioned that they share a hall. The other bedroom shares a hallway bath. So this is that bathroom that they have on that hall. So yeah,
Very nice.
got your linen cabinet, all your storage. And then here's the exterior. So you see that gorgeous back porch. They even have a little, if you peeped the little catio that's out there, the cats come outside too. But yeah, and I love the real soffit. that just adds, such a great touch to continue that rough sawn. But yeah, just beautiful home.
Yeah, great contrast. I mean, you go look at the back of our Barton Springs model. This one looks very different. Maybe it's because of the bonus room.
Yeah.
So you get a significant amount more space. The roof line changes significantly. So worth going and checking out and looking. But yeah, I mean, that back porch is amazing.
Yeah, it's just beautiful. Be a great space. Probably much better when Dad works there than from the office. But thank you so much to the Byron Paul family for allowing us to come in and visit with them and show us all their stuff. Thank you for trusting us with your home, and thanks for sharing it with us.
Sharing the space and for trusting us. And I'd love to see what happens else with the Alyssa rooms. So very creative and other projects.
And shout out for Sarah. Thank you for doing the tour. She was very concerned that she didn't think she did a very good job. I think she did fabulous. So
you crushed it. So yeah, thank you for doing that. And very, very cool. So we got a couple questions, but yeah, I'll drop your questions or comments into the chat and we'll answer all of them.
Yeah. Margaret is asking, can this plan be flipped? Yeah, absolutely.
All of our plans can. Yeah.
Yep. And then Ed's asking, how deep and tall are the typical niches in a shower?
Great question, Ed. So our studs are on 16 inch on center. So your niches are going to usually be about 12, maybe 14 inches wide, and they're about 4 inches deep is how you usually get that. Tall, they're typically about 14 to 18 inches tall. So they did these a little bit taller. That's not really that big a deal. We just kind of need to get specific from you. All we want to make sure of is that we're not interfering with the plumbing that's running through the walls, that kind of stuff. But yeah, they're typically about 4 inches deep and about 14 or so inches wide. And then height-wise, we can kind of vary that a little bit.
All right. And then Jessica's saying, how awesome is that secret room? I would have loved that as a kid. Absolutely. I know. Angela says, now I want a hidden room. My husband and construction manager will be happy that we're too far in the process to create one of those. It's very cool. And then Kim is asking, did Tilson add the solar panels or was it the homeowners? Yeah,
we did not do the solar panels. So that's not something, but yeah, something that they did after the fact. Okay. I believe that's the case. Awesome. I didn't see it in any of the documents, so I'm pretty sure we did not do it. And I didn't get asked about it, so I don't think we did it.
That's a good indicator.
Would have crossed my desk. Maybe not.
Yeah.
I'm not that big a deal, but who knows?
All right. Awesome. Well, that is the last question I see, guys.
Very nice. So guys, thank you all for watching this. So we do have some things going on. We got some seminars happening. The New Year's off and running. We're already almost halfway through January. Holy cow.
It's crazy.
So that's rolling. But yeah, so what's happening this weekend and in the days to come?
All right. So we've got 2 in-person seminars happening this weekend. So those are a great opportunity if you want to drop by our home centers, if you want to design centers, if you want to register ahead of time. It's a great chance to sit around with other people who are thinking about building a home and get all your questions answered. So our Bernie location is doing the general built on your land. So if you're wondering, if you're new here and you're wondering how this whole thing works, they're going to talk about it from A to Z. So from the beginning to the end, this is what it typically looks like when you're building on your land. And then our Waco office is going to have Kevin, one of our land prep specialists, is going to be out there talking about everything that you need to do to prepare your land to build. So if you've got that property and you're not sure what to do next, they're going to talk about everything that goes into preparing your land for building a home, because that is one of the key differences between building a custom home and building in a pre-existing subdivision is everything that has to be done before we can start building. You get to be a part of that process where it was all decided before you came on the scene in a typical neighborhood. So that's all very exciting. And then just wanted to let everybody know that all of our locations will be closed Monday and Tuesday because we are going to be in training. So Eric and I will not be here, but we are having our big employee event, the Tilson Family Reunion. So everyone is going to be at that. But we will all be back at differing times on Wednesday. So just check with your local office for what time they'll be back.
Yes, indeed. So excited about that. And yeah, obviously, this is not where the journey ends. I mean, now that you have been watching us, you're going to have a hard time hiding from us. So we have a Facebook page that many of you have watched it. We have a YouTube channel that tons of you have watched on. And that's where all of these things are housed, as well as our website. So you can go back and watch. We lost count. It's 250 plus of these floating around somewhere out there in the interwebs. But yeah, you need bingeable content. Dawn and her team have it very well organized. You want to talk construction stuff. You want to talk how we do energy efficiency stuff. You want to see customer home tours, like these folks will be up, but you see them here first. You come here first, sneak peek. It's not posted until we do. Is that right still? Or am I just?
Yes, it's not posted until we show it here, generally
I
speaking.
knew there was a reason that I had a job. Okay, so it's not posted.
Otherwise, people might not hang out with us.
That's probably true. Well, they would hang out with you.
I would take that very personally. So we just we hold it back.
See, I would talk whether it was here or not. So that's what we do. Anyway, so we got the Facebook page, a YouTube channel, we got an Instagram page. We have a website open 24/7 where you can see all of our plans, do customizations on things, get pricing specific for your county where you are building. So that's kind of cool. And we have new home specialists on standby to set up appointments, help answer your high-level questions. We have a mortgage company that we're a joint venture with, Wagon Hill Home Loans. They get you pre-qualified. They have all kinds of programs specific for folks. We got 12 design centers open 7 days a week, except next Monday and Tuesday. But other than that, they're open 7 days a week. They got model homes there for you to tour. They sit there, have a cup of coffee, bottle of water. They'll sit there and redline these plans with you, just like the Byron and Paul family did with Sarah. They're in Georgetown. So you want to take some of these features, do the kitchen out of this house, put it in this one, the master bath out of the Palo Duro, and put it in the Barton Springs. That's where that happens. So they have to be there whether you're there or not. So please go see them. They love to talk to people.
Otherwise, they get lonely.
They get lonely. Yeah, they get lonely. Then they call us with questions and
they get in trouble. Just keep them busy.
I know that because I was one. So yeah, we need constant interaction and entertainment. Otherwise, we fidget, and fidget's dangerous. So do that. Set an appointment. Go out and see those. See the model homes. See the design center, the color selection rooms, all the different countertops and floor coverings and plumbing fixtures and light fixtures and all the cool stuff. And just sit there and dream about how to make this home your own. So that's really all I have. We had Amy said, okay.
Amy says, thank you for doing all these walkthroughs. It's massively helpful when deciding what direction we should run in. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you found it useful.
And congratulations.
That's why we do them.
So anyway, thank you, Dawn, for you and your team for putting this thing together. This was awesome. And we hope that this was helpful, folks. And we genuinely soon hope to make you part of the Tilson family. We'll see y'all later.
Bye, everybody.